Hunter, how's it going?
Hey man, how you doing? It's Happy New Year to you too. Gotta say that Happy New Year. It's 2024. Happy New Year to you and the fam. Everything is good on my end. I'm hurting. My heart hurt because the Eagles has just been they've been slipping, man, and it don't look good, man. It seemed like my team lost their confidence, they lost their way. They don't even know what to do out there on that football field. And it's just sad, man. Sad. It hurt, man. I don't like to talk during the Eagles loss. I'm a sore ass loser, man. I hate seeing my team like this. But other than that, everything is good on my end. I hope everything's good on yours, bro.
Hey man, everything's nice, everything's good. Thank you. Happy New Year to you and yours. Happy 24. It's going to be a great year for everybody. Another
Facts.
episode of two things, two questions. We're going to get into the Birds and the Eagles kind of situation a little bit later here in the program. But to kick off, first question, who do you have as the NFL regular season's biggest winners so far this year?
Lamar Jackson, of course. This is the same guy the Dolphins said we don't want him. It's a lot of teams that the GM said we don't want him. They disrespect this man like his skill set ain't top tier, and the fact that he was representing himself and not allowing another, person to be taxing his money. The NFL and the agents are all in cahoots with each other, the owners and the agents. So it was like, who are you to try to negotiate your deal dolo with no representation? Who the hell you think you is? But fortunately for Baltimore, they caved in, gave that man what he deserved, and look what he has given the city of Baltimore. Outstanding football. Got a great defense behind him, too. Got to speak on that. But his play, MVP worthy, went up to San Francisco, destroyed the 49ers, and that was the MVP game that we talked about leading up to that game. The winner of that game was winning the MVP. Lamar Jackson he told a lot of naysayers, kiss my ass. And I'm one of the people, because I know he ain't going to do it, but I'll do it. Kiss that man ass. A lot of people doubted him, man. And I got to give him his props, man. Shout out to Lamar Jackson, the MVP, two-time.
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to his second MVP trophy. I mean, I love to see the progression that he has shown as an NFL player. He's always been a playmaker, obviously at every level. No stopping Lamar, just putting together a highlight clip. But when you watch him this season with the Ravens, he does exactly what they need to win ball games every single week.
No elite talent over there. I mean, Zay Flowers is good, but it's Lamar.
It's all Lamar, right? I mean, yeah, you're never going to say that the current state of OBJ is going to be, striking fear into a defensive backfield. Zay Flowers is nice, but he's a rookie, little undersized. Bateman, I mean, he's got talent, but he's yet to kind of put all the pieces together, right?
Mark Andrews been out, and Isaiah Likely was the replacement. Still getting it done, man.
Yeah, and the former Philadelphia Eagle, Nelson Aguilar, still just, somehow, some way getting a paycheck, no matter what, in the NFL. So, I mean, you got to look at this production from Lamar. And by the way, he lost J.K. Dobbins with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, did, man.
As
Gus
well as the
Edwards been there running back. They just signed Dalvin Cook, which might be a great pickup because he wasn't getting no burn with the Jets. He fresh. That's a fresh set of legs right there, man. And he's just removed from being 1,000-yard rusher last year. Oh man, Baltimore gonna be scary, bro.
Baltimore gonna be scary. So I mean, biggest winners, Lamar and the Ravens for certain. The other player that I have on my list, somebody that I was doubting early and often on this program, Mr. Baker Mayfield. I thought that this was going to be his sunset cruise season. You know what I mean? Go down to Tampa Bay, get the seafood out, get the coolers ready, get the boat gassed up, and he's just going to be like riding it on out into the sunset because I just did not think this dude had a good season in him.
Hey, man, Mike Evans on the opposite side, Chris Godwin, you got two great receivers. Then on top of that, the emergence of Rashid White. He has been the primary back for Tampa Bay, stamped it this season more so. He's been the guy. That has been a great help for the offense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let me give Mr. More Commercials Than Wins his props. Yes, I used to kill Baker Mayfield, but he might have to get Comeback Player of the Year award strictly on everybody had this guy down and out, and he carried these guys. Defense is good too. Let's give those guys props, but Baker Mayfield has been doing quite well this year. He limited his turnovers. He's been, he's done everything that was asked of him. And without Baker Mayfield on that team, they don't make the playoffs. So salute to Baker. You still not as good as your commercials that you have put out, but you're starting to redeem yourself, and that's all you can ask for. You were the number one pick. You were looked at as superior talent, a quarterback that was going to be around for 10 plus years. It didn't work out in Cleveland. You're proving that you can resurrect your career. So salute to Baker Mayfield.
Salute to Baker Mayfield, especially for making the playoffs by beating the Carolina Panthers, the team who cut him last season.
Yeah, how about that? Redemption.
And redemption's a sweet one. And then Dan Campbell, the Lions, all the players that they got over there. I mean, you just got to give your props up to the fact that that is a franchise that has not been relevant since Barry Sanders was toting the rock.
Hey man, listen, I'm 40 years old, bro. Me and you watched Barry Sanders when he when Barry was always Barry. So it's been a long time since they had that. They even had years with Stafford and Megatron. They didn't make the noise they're making now under Dan Campbell. So I gotta give a guy like that, because I like Dan Campbell, man. He's like, I tell you about Doc Rivers, I'll go through a brick wall for Doc Rivers. You could tell that team, the entire team, from special teams, offense, defense, they'll go through a brick wall for Dan Campbell. I got to give him his props, shout him out. He should be in contention for Coach of the Year, but maybe John Harbaugh will get that title. So, but Dan Campbell had an excellent season. Finally got Detroit in the playoffs. They will get a home playoff game. Shout out to Detroit, man.
Shout out to Detroit. Okay, so switching up now, regular season in the rearview mirror. Who are the biggest losers from this past regular season that we just saw?
Can I give you one recent one? How about Jameis Winston giving the handoff for the touchdown, already up 41-17? And then the explanation afterwards by the media and him. Oh my God. Hey man, Jameis is a nutcase, and I love it, man. He's a guy, he's crazy, but he just, man, he Jameis. It's you know how Manny Ramirez was back in the day. They say Manny being Manny. Well, that was Jameis being Jameis, man. And Jameis Winston, I mean, if I'm Arthur Smith, even though he got fired, I would have punched Jameis Winston in the face for that. That's total disrespect. I get it. It's the last game of the year. It's the rival. You want to rub it in a little bit. Jameis Winston, you was a nut for that. That was bad. But, he crossed the unwritten law. But I'm going to have to give it to Bill Belichick, too. Bill Belichick, we said on this platform, I told you before the season started, New England fans, it's going to be a long year. Y'all going to be playing for a draft pick this season. Y'all not going to make it out of the basement of the AFC East. And Bill Belichick might be on his way out. This is a guy that wanted to keep Garoppolo, get rid of Tom Brady. This is the guy that didn't tell Tom Brady when he was a free agent before he went to Tampa Bay, I need you back. See, Bill Belichick, he's got an old mindset, man. It's his way or the highway. So he ain't going to bow down because he feel as though you need to bow before me. But Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, got a Super Bowl ring. What has Bill Belichick done since Brady left? Not a damn thing. So, Bill Belichick, you had a great career coaching, especially New England. You're the greatest coach in New England history. I'll never say all time. You're a cheater. You was spying. Spygate was real. The Eagles got, unfortunately, they were one of the teams that were spy-gated. So I will never give you your flowers as the GOAT at coach, but you're one of the greatest defensive-minded coaches, but your message has gotten stale, and your drafting has not been to the level of the elite New England teams. Your ass is out of here. And I told you, fans of the Patriots, this was what the end result was going to be. Did I not, brother?
You called it. You called it early and often. I mean, I even have some faint memories of you prognosticating this at the end of last season as well, because basically last season with the Patriots ended the same way this one did, where they ran back Mac Jones. They tried to relive the hot 2 weeks that was quote unquote Zappy hour with Bailey Zappi throwing the rock around a little bit, you know. And here we are with, once again, everybody in the league knowing that the Pats need a quarterback, and that Bill Belichick, frankly, aside from an 11-5 season with Matt Castle at the helm playing QB that one season when Brady injured his knee,
yes,
Bill Belichick has not had a winning season without Tom Brady.
Absolutely not. And like I said, all you had to do, Tom Brady would have felt appreciated if it was you to make the call and say, Tom, I need you back. He would have been that's all Tom would have needed to come back and play for you. But because you wanted to be the asshole, you wanted to be the 5-star general, you wanted to be the shot caller, it's your way or the highway. Now your ass is out the door. And I'm happy. I wish I could escort you out. I'll give you a boot to your ass for cheating. But it's okay. You had a great career. Enjoy your retirement. I don't see him ever being a coach again. I mean, he's an older guy, man. Will he be a defensive coordinator or a coach again? I don't think he's going to want to do that. Now, if his heart is still in it, he still have that fire in his belly to do it. I mean, it'll be, hey, the Eagles could use help on the defensive side of coaching, but I ain't going to even put that out there in the universe. Bill Belichick, you had a great career, but it's time to go.
It's time to go. I mean, as much as I can respect somebody, like you said, 6 Super Bowl rings with the Patriots, 2 of them with Bill Parcells and the Giants. So this is somebody that's almost got both hands, blinged up a little bit. But I wouldn't put a first-round rookie draft pick quarterback with Bill Belichick to start out his career. We've already
Mac
seen
Jones is fucked up, man, because of Bill Belichick. How you don't put no weapons around him? You got some good running backs, Ramondre Stevenson and the other guy that they had over there with him, but Zeke was over there. That it's all right, but you ain't got nobody to get open. You ain't got nobody that can separate and get some extra yardage and shit. I mean, you don't have nothing over there for Mac Jones to succeed. In order for a quarterback to succeed, you have to put talent around him.
Period. And back to Biggest Losers, we got another Bill Belichick disciple, 2 of them, in fact. One being Josh McDaniels, RIP, over there in Las Vegas, cut by the whatever, the Sith Lord with the crazy haircut.
Oh, my Lord, the Sith Lord, yes.
Owner Mark Davis. And then Patricia, I'm sorry to say this to you, Andre, but I have no idea how they let him on the coaching staff of the Eagles.
And man, they
with
thought
the pencil and everything.
The air, he got the pencil in the air. He looked like he ready to call a great play, and he ain't doing shit. That's another thing about that Belichick tree. The most overrated coaching tree in history. Not one coach over there. Maybe Bill O'Brien with a few years as a Texans coach. But other than that, who was a great coach that came out of that tree? Now, Andy Reid coaching tree, immaculate, almost as good as Bill Walsh's. Almost. But True. Andy Reid, the coaching tree, all the level of coaches that came from Andy Reid, top tier. Top tier. The guys that came from Belichick coaching staff, the whole Patriot way bullshit. All them coaches was horrible.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it that the Belichick coaching tree has seen brighter and sunnier days. Lately, they've been getting the ugly end of the stick. Okay,
Can I give you one winner though that we should give praise to?
please.
And that is Joe Flacco. The man got right off of where I'm sitting at and got the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs. Joe Flacco.
And
old ass Joe Flacco.
And look,
gotta give him his props, man.
You gotta give that guy his props for certain, because as somebody that had Nick Chubb on my fantasy team, when I saw Nick Chubb go down, and then Deshaun Watson's out, and he wasn't balling to begin with, right? I looked at that team and I'm like, yo, there's no way that defense is going to be able to carry them. And I don't care.
Yeah, you're right. And what Joe Flacco do, man?
Right? And look, it takes, a gunslinger's mentality, like no drama, to get out, like you said, get off the couch, get off the sideline, get into the game, and be able to stay in the game, because Flacco throws a couple picks. You know what I mean? He's been known to put the ball up, but he's going to throw it deep. He's going to sometimes get the ball to the other team. But the fact that he still just maintains that steady hand, that gunslinger's mentality, and the dudes have been riding around that, and you can see it.
Let me tell you, I know Deshaun Watson sick. He injured because they got the Texans. I know Deshaun Watson would love anything better than to put the Texans out in the playoffs, and he's out. That hurt, man. That hurt. But hey, I know he and Joe Flacco, bro, go get this done for me. That owner, he hung me out to dry. Please get this one for me, man. And look, Cleveland is a dangerous team. With that defense, that's the type of defense that made Baltimore go 3 road games, get to the Super Bowl, and win Ray Lewis second in his last season Super Bowl. You got a defense stout like that can get you far. With a running game too behind it, Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt, and Amari Cooper look like he resurrected from the damn dead. Joe Flacco done rejuvenated Amari Cooper's career, man. So I'm telling you, watch out for Buffalo. Watch out for Cleveland. Oh man, Cleveland versus Baltimore. If they play each other in either the second or the AFC Championship, woo, that's a rivalry game too. You talk about smash mouth football, that can happen. But Josh Allen too. They went up in Miami. They did their thing. Josh Allen was talked about as a turnover machine. The talk was loud when they were losing. They went on a mini win streak. They are a dangerous team. The playoffs looking good. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Playoffs are looking good, which sets up third segment of the program here. First, we're going to talk about the Eagles. They're in the playoffs, but like you said, Fletch Cox, B. Graham, you got a lot of guys that have served this franchise to titles and the largesse that the Eagles now represent, but they've been kind of self-destructing on both sides of the ball for the last several weeks, 5 weeks or more. So what do you think that they have to do to get this thing right?
I hope Fletch, I hope Jason Kelsey, and I hope BG Brandon Graham are looking at everybody on that team, whether you on special teams, defense, or offense. Y'all got to get this done. We got to get this done, because this could be it. This could be the swan song. Kelsey been in the league for a long time. Fletcher been in the league for a long time. BG been in the league a long time. All Eagle lifers. These guys could go anywhere in the city and eat for free. This is it. You got to be road warriors to accomplish the ultimate goal, and that is to get to the Super Bowl. You don't have a strong enough defense. Now, can you get hot? You can get hot. I've seen teams just get hot at the right time. Same thing with Baltimore. Didn't Baltimore that season, they lost, 3 or 4 of their last 4 games? Like, they struggled. They crawled into the playoffs that year, but they got hot. I'm praying the Eagles get hot. Hopefully Devontae Smith is back from injury. A.J. Brown, who looked like it could be an ACL or a knee injury, he's okay by the grace of God. Thank you. Jalen Hurts, the finger. That was an ugly scene. But I fuck with Jalen Hurts because he went back out there. You know what I mean? A guy like Wilson, Mr. Wilson and the Jets, let him have that injury to the head. He's going in the tunnel. So you know what? I need my guys to get y'all mind right. Get in that lab. Go to work. Tampa Bay, I believe we played them this year and beat them. You know, they looking for redemption. Hey, this is it, man. This is do or die. Win or go home. We cannot come out and look lethargic. We cannot come out looking like shit. Run the ball. Run the ball. And I know our linebackers ain't shit. We have the worst linebacking core in the NFL. Please, just for 3 games, guys. Please. Just try to make a tackle. Try to look good. My man, Darius Leonard, you're a shell of yourself, it looked like. You out there, you ain't the all-pro guy you were, man. You had them back injuries, and you look like you declining because of that. And then James Bradbury, you went from second team all-pro, the first team all-bump. I can't wait till you get out. Everybody picks on Bradbury. Bradbury is the hooker on the corner everybody trying to give $40 to get theirs off. Because everybody go on Bradbury's side and get theirs off. I pray the last year version of Bradbury show up. If they lose, you're going to see heads fall. And I'm telling you, Doug Peterson got clipped 2 years after winning the Super Bowl. Sirianni ain't got no ball and shit be going down the tube. I don't want to put no bad negative energy out there, but how we don't fuck around. If they lose this game, you will see a lot of heads fall because of it.
No disagreement here. I think that, like you said, Philadelphia means business about their football. Dougie P, even after bringing a ring back to town, found his way back out of town because it wasn't happening. So, I mean, you know, I think that the standards are high, understandably so. They got one of the best leaders in the NFL with Jalen Hurts, you know, spearheading the cause. And to your point, every single time this season that they have enabled that offensive line to get into a rhythm with DeAndre Swift, they've been moving the ball efficiently, and that's what they need to open up the passing game.
That's their identity. Run the ball. You want to get cute. You want to bubble screen. No more fucking bubble screens. Please, Brian Johnson. Please, no more bubble screens. That shit, run the fucking ball. Please, just run the ball. You have the best offensive line. Run the ball up the gut. They can't take it. No more bubble screens. Please.
Now, noted, and I agree. And we're just going to look at the fact that there is this thing called the national title game happening tonight between the Washington Huskies and the pesky, whatever you want to call them, Bill Belichick inspired, Spygate inspired, meddling Michigan Wolverines. You know, they haven't won a big game in a long ass time, and then boom, they beat Alabama, even though Bama, I thought, had that game locked up.
They did.
Right? So Penix, to me, looks like a real deal player. I mean, he to me looks like a guy who could step in, certainly on like 16 or 17 NFL teams right now, and be better.
McNair vibes, bro. He give me the McNair vibes. Air McNair. He give me those vibes.
Right? He can sling it. He's in control. He looks like he's got the love and respect of everybody around him. So I'm pulling for Penix. I was amazed to see the Wolverines beat, the Crimson Tide, because I just did not see that happening. SEC D linemen, come to play. I did not think that they were ready for that. And they proved that they were ready to stand up to that. But Penix is on another level. I mean, Penix is going to be throwing the ball
way better than the Alabama quarterback. Way better. Way better. That's what I was about to allude to. The Alabama team that they played wasn't those perennial power Alabama teams of old. They got in. They had a great year, but they ain't got the guys up there that you can really say, oh, this is a dominant fucking team right here, man. But as for Michigan, they haven't won shit since Charles Woodson and Brian Greasy. They haven't won a damn thing since 97. I remember that Rose Bowl when they won it that year. Charles Woodson won the Heisman Trophy. So Michigan
against Ryan Leaf. Against Ryan Leaf.
Oh my God, Ryan, that was a hell of a class. Peyton Manning, Randy Moss, Charles Woodson, Ryan Leaf was the Heisman contenders that year, man. That was a hell of a Heisman class too. Hell of a draft class too, might I add. But they haven't won nothing since 97. And they've been this what they brought Harbaugh from San Fran for, bring him back to the alma mater so that they can get their first championship. These guys won it, man. And look, JJ McCarthy, he's okay. He might be another Brock Purdy in the league. You know, got the same build, same type of arm, same type of skill. Penix is he's just an explosive quarterback, man. This guy has all the tools. Like I said, give me the Steve McNair vibes. I was blessed to see Alcorn State Steve McNair, early Tennessee Titan. Steve McNair was a beast. And that's what Penix looked like to me, man. I got this game being a close game. I see this game being a high-scoring game. I'm talking about 38-33. I'm going to give it to Michigan just because it's Jim Harbaugh's last game. Okay. 38-33 Michigan, man.
38-33 Michigan. Lock it in from Mr. West Philly Hippie, always known to nail the prognostications on the program. Andre, as always, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for the education. And we'll do it again next week.
We'll do it again next week, bro.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
You too.